franchise killer. Tron Ares is the recent installment in the Tron franchise, starring a score by Nine Inch Nails and featuring Jared Leto. Because really, for what other reason are you watching this movie? The Tron franchise has always been very odd to me because I've always wanted to love it. From the original movie that I just think is kind of an okay but very inventive movie. It has a unique visual style that I really dig. And then Tron Legacy I actually think is pretty damn great, but it still has some of the same issues that the original movie kind of had. But now we have this new installment that is supposed to bring in new audiences while at the same time bringing the people that love the original and love Tron Legacy, and this movie just ended up not fucking pleasing anybody but Jared Leto. Now I know you're just expecting me to come here and shit all over this movie, but apparently a lot of normal audiences are enjoying this movie and also Tron fans are enjoying the movie, but not a lot of people, or at least not enough people, are going to watch this movie because it's doing really poorly at the box office. And look, I also don't go watch movies just to hate them. I always go into movies with a neutral expectation and just hoping that at least I come out of a movie at least entertained. So the true question is, does Tron Ares deliver on that? I'll tell you this. I like the score by Nine Inch Nails. I think is definitely the best part of the movie. Nine Inch Nails goes fucking hard. It's not as good as the Daft Punk score from Legacy, but it is the closest that you'll get. There were a couple of sequences that I found myself really enjoying. Cameron Monaghan is in the movie for like less than a minute. Yeah, I got nothing else. I'm really not trying to be an asshole. I really wanted to come out of this movie at least thinking it was decent. Do I think it's one of the worst movies ever made? No. But it is very, very bland. I feel like what made the other Tron movies stand apart from each other is that they both have a distinct look from each other. You can definitely see the similarities, but also what differentiates each one of these movies from each one another. But Ares takes a lot from both the original Tron and Legacy and makes this weird amalgamation that is not horrible, but clearly lacks any real direction or style, and it bugged the shit out of me. Now with the last movie, Legacy, we had a director that has a clear, distinct look to his movies, directing a Tron movie. Like, I think the same director of Tron Legacy directed both Top Gun Maverick and F1, so you can already see how this guy has a visual style that is unique to his films. But here, the director, and not to disrespect him or anything, but he's like a Disney director. He's a director that Disney just kind of hires for some of their live action Disney bullshit movies and such, and it's like, what kind of vision are you getting out of that? Like, I'm sorry, I'm really not trying to be mean or rude, but it's like, God, almost every frame of this movie lacks any sort of sauce because it lacks any real creative direction to it. And don't even ask me about the dialogue because this movie's script is just nothing. I really cannot tell you a single line or piece of dialogue in this movie that was even remotely memorable, or that I thought, hey, that was kind of clever. I like when the character said that. The visual effects aren't terrible, but because I don't really care about what's going on with any of these characters or the plot itself, it's kind of just distracting. I don't care if a movie has a bunch of dumb CGI and shit. If I care about the characters and the story and what these characters are saying, I can completely shut off my brain and just kind of pretend, okay, I'm just gonna accept the CG mumbo babble bullshit going on around the movie. But because most of this movie is just spectacle and not much substance, it's really hard to do that. Oh, Jeff Bridges is back. For some reason, he doesn't have that much of a reason to be back other than, hey, it's that guy from Tron and Tron Legacy. And that's really all they do with him. Like previously mentioned, none of the characters are really interesting or memorable. These villains are so one-noted. And look, I have no problems with just making a villain a maniacal villain for the sake of being a villain. For me to enjoy a villain, you don't need to give them some sort of deep backstory or a reason why they're doing what they're doing. As long as your villain is entertaining to watch, that's all good for me. But when you give me a villain with nothing, that is a big fucking problem. But now it's time to talk about the criticism that I've been avoiding for most of this review. You need to know right now that I am not a Jared Leto fan. I can confidently tell you that I fucking despise Jared Leto. I don't think he's a good actor. I think he's possibly one of the blandest actors in the entire industry of Hollywood. He is so fucking bad in this shit. And the excuse that a lot of people are trying to make for Jared Leto in this movie is that, well, he's technically playing an AI, so him having no personality and no charisma whatsoever kind of makes sense. That is the dumbest shit ever. You still need to bring some sort of pizzazz and personality and, I don't know, some fucking charisma to the role. This movie's just a ginormous vehicle for Jared Leto. It's so clear. Once you look at the credits and you see Jared Leto's name in producers, this now makes total sense why this movie is so fucking stupid. If you really want to listen to that 9 Inch Nails score, just listen to it anywhere else, but don't waste your money to go watch what is pretty much a glorified music video. Don't do it, bro. And if you're a Jared Leto fan, I don't know what to tell you. Are you okay? So, my final rating for Tron Ares is going to be a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry, Tron fans, but I just couldn't do it. I really wanted to come out of this liking it just as much as y'all. I just couldn't do it, man. Like, Jared Leto is truly the kiss of death to any movie he's in. Oh my god, I just remember that he's going to be in that new Masters of the Universe movie. Oh no. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. What did you think of Tron Ares? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or just kind of in the middle? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think about it. And like always, good day, good night, and stay safe.